I'm Candy Glenn Wilder. I am a fantasy writer and filmmaker, and now I can add YouTube talking head to my resume. Today I'm talking about writer's block. Before I begin, I have a few words for authors and writing experts who insist that writer's block does not exist. Now, whether it does or not, there are scores of writers who beat themselves up every day due to their inability to write, even when they have the desire to do so. I know about this. I had a devastating block for decades. Look at your girl. I ain't no spring chicken. More like a summer chicken. I know the struggle, and it is real. So someone turns to books on writing and Authortube to find a way to overcome their block. And what's the first thing they hear? There's no such thing as writer's block. Now this may be true, but to be dismissive of a writer's struggles by throwing this boilerplate phrase at them is extremely unhelpful. It can make a struggling writer feel worse, or even give up writing altogether. I know this is not your intent. However, spouting off a denial of something that feels so real to so many, with no explanation as to what might actually be happening and why, is arrogant, dismissive, and a little gaslighty. Well, now that we've cleared the air, here are some possible explanations why your inability to write keeps rearing its ugly head. Number 1. Indifference, discouragement, or ridicule from others. Whether it's from teachers, classmates, co-workers, strangers, friends, or family, destructive criticism can scuttle your drive to write. Negative criticism can also seep into other areas of your life. Number 2. Comparison to others, especially established authors. Every writer falls into the comparison trap at least once. Bonus misery points if that author you're comparing yourself to has several books under their belt. Number 3. You have too much on your mind already. You may have a taxing job, a long commute, family obligations, health issues including mental health, household maintenance. It can seem like anything and everything is conspiring to keep you from writing your book. Number 4. You feel like you're recycling old tropes and have nothing new to offer, or you're wary of being accused of copying an already successful book, TV show, or film. Number 5. You feel you don't have the skill or experience to write your story. For example, you may want to write a love story, even if you've never fallen in love yourself. Or maybe it's a battle scene, and you have no clue as to military ranks, weaponry, combat, or strategy. Your topic feels too big to tackle. Now that we're aware of 5 factors that can contribute to your block, here are some methods to counter them. A disclaimer. I am not a medical or mental health professional. I am simply suggesting methods for breaking through your slump. Number 1. Countering destructive criticism or discouragement. When you're subjected to unsolicited negative criticism, consider the source. Is the critic a writer themselves? If so, they need to learn to be a decent human being, and if not, they have no business telling you anything about writing. Bullies elevate their sense of self-worth by tearing it down in others. Resist the urge to spar with them and instead look to authors that educate and support writers. Anne Lamott, Julia Cameron, Stephen King, and Neil Gaiman are a few examples. Also, Authortubers like Jenna Moresi, Megan Tennant, Erin Kinsella, and Alexa Dunn are fantastic people with consistently great advice for every writer. Number 2. Avoid comparing yourself to others. Remember that every writer has written bad stuff. We all have our own literary dumpster fires. But that's how we grow and become better writers. We put our ideas on paper, and then we refine them as best we can. Improvement is a constant process. Number 3. How to deal when there's too much to deal with. If you have obligations like caregiving, raising a family, or running a business, it can drain your stamina and creative energy. Let loved ones and colleagues know you need time to rest, recharge, and do what you love. If you can schedule recurring time blocks, it will give you something to look forward to. Chances are you've thought about your story all week, and your mind will be filled with ideas. Number 4. How to avoid repeating existing stories. You can't. Every story has been done before. But remember, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. Avid readers of a particular genre are familiar with its common tropes, but they want to see what you do with those tropes, those unique twists that only you can put on a story. Number 5. Overcoming a lack of knowledge or skill in your writing. Keep in mind, writing a book is a long-haul project. Be patient and take the time to do the research needed for your story. You can put placeholders in your draft and fill in the details in subsequent drafts. If you've tried several methods and none seem to work, Consider whether therapy can help you. Online therapy programs have made counseling accessible to everyone. I've benefited from therapy, as have some of my writing friends. My therapist was instrumental in helping me overcome my own block. One further note, I don't write every day, but I write when I can. Director Richard Linklater says what you write doesn't have to be creative. Leo Tolstoy wrote in his journal each day. Journaling is writing. It may not be fiction, but it is writing. I have a whole box of whiny, angst-filled journals that I filled when I thought I would never write a story again. Journaling kept me in practice. Having an outlet to vent was essential for my mental health. It helped me establish a writing habit, so when I decided to finish my novel, I was ready. I hope some of these strategies are helpful for you. Keep in mind you are not alone. There are wonderful folks in the writing community who can help you back on your path. Tell me about your experience with writer's block and how you deal with it in the comments. If you like this video, why not give it a thumbs up? It's absolutely free! Future videos will cover topics I've not seen discussed elsewhere, so tap the subscribe button and clang the bell to see those videos as soon as they're posted. You can also find me on Instagram, Tumblr, Facebook, Twitter, and at candyglynnwilder.com. All the links are listed below. I wish you all the best on your writing journey, and remember, Aunt Fishy believes in you. If you have obligations like caregiving, running a family, or raising a business, then you're all mixed up. It may not be fiction, but it is whining. So tap that subscribe button and clang the bell so that you get a big old fist right in your face. Future videos will cover topics that I've not seen discussed elsewhere. So future videos won't do shit.